Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this meeting of the Health Overview Select Committee. Turning to the first agenda item, to receive apologies for absence. I have received one apology today from Councillor Alison Webb. Turning to item 2 on the agenda, election of chair. In accordance with the committee's arrangements, the chair must be appointed from among the Norfolk County Council members of the committee. However, all committee members can vote on this position. I will now invite nominations for chair. Do I have any nominations? Councillor McMullen? Can you turn your mic on? Thank you.
Thank you. Forgot all about that. I would like to nominate Councillor Lucy Shires for chair. And here are the reasons. Lucy has a great eye for detail, which is ideal for scrutiny, I believe. It's obvious that Lucy reads the reports meticulously. She's a brilliant communicator, which I think, again, is important. And I believe that an opposition councillor has historically taken on the role of chair of this committee. But I think everyone will find that this committee is not kind of political. I haven't felt that in the past anyway. So I would like to nominate Lucy.
Thank you, Councillor McMullen. Do you have a seconder? Thank you, Councillor Cork. Any other nominations? Thank you, Councillor Griffin.
Hi all. I'm pleased to nominate Councillor Jack White as Chair of the Health Overview and Scrutiny Committee. Jack brings an extensive experience across health, social care and technology. As a former Army medic, social care professional, health and social care entrepreneur, and former leader of the Skills and Care Company for Excellence, he has first-hand knowledge in the challenges of facing frontline services. Combined with his experience driving innovation through technology, he is well placed to provide balanced, evidence-led scrutiny and strong leadership of this committee.
Thank you, Councillor Griffin. Do you have a seconder at all? Councillor Bailey, thank you. Any other nominations? No. So as we have more than one nomination, we'll have to take this to a vote. So going with the first nomination, hands up for Councillor Lucy Shires, please. 8 votes. And then Councillor Ben Griffin. Oh, Councillor Jack White, sorry. 1, 2. That's 3 votes. Thank you very much. Thank you, Councillor Lucy Shires. You are declared chair for this year. Would you like to come and join us?
Thank you and good morning, everybody. Welcome to this meeting of the Health Overview Select Committee, and thank you very much for electing me as your chair for the forthcoming year. Before we continue, I'll just go over some general housekeeping. Those of you who've attended before will know what I'm about to say. This meeting is being held in person at County Hall and is also being streamed live on the County Council's YouTube channel. The recording will also be available to view afterwards. Under the Council's protocol on the use of media equipment at meetings held in public, this meeting may be filmed, recorded or photographed. Anyone wishing to do so must inform me and ensure that it is done in a way that is clearly visible to everyone present. The wishes of any individual not to be recorded or filmed must be appropriately respected. A fire alarm test is not expected during the meeting. If the alarms do sound, we must evacuate County Hall. In the event of an emergency, please make your way to the nearest exit, which I believe are here, and there's one over there and over there too. And meet at the muster point located on the main car park. Now on to agenda item 3, the election of Vice Chair. Just to remind the committee, only a Norfolk District Council member can be nominated as Vice Chair as per the committee's arrangements, and all members can vote on this position. Do I have any nominations for Vice Chair? Yes, Councillor McMillan.
Thank you, Chair. I would like to nominate Councillor Justin Cork. Justin has lots of experience in health. He currently works for the Norfolk and Suffolk Mental Health Trust and has done for quite a few years. Justin always takes a very balanced view of things, and I believe he also is an excellent communicator.
Thank you, Councillor Mullen. Do we have a seconder for Councillor Cork, please? Thank you very much. Do we have any other nominations? No? Can I take a show of hands in support of the nomination for Councillor Cork, please? Anybody? Is that everyone? Hands up. Anybody against? Any abstentions? Thank you, Councillor Cork. You are duly elected as Vice. I believe that have we changed the protocols that Vice Chairs of the committee now sit? Yeah, okay, wonderful. Congratulations. Now on to item 4. So the next item on the agenda is to agree the minutes of the meeting held on the 19th of March 2026. Do members have any comments of accuracy they would wish to raise? No? So we will take those as agreed. Thank you. Item 5, declarations of interest. Do any members from the floor have any interests to declare? This is not the normal silent meeting. Councillor Cogg.
Yeah, just to declare, it's not for today's meeting, but obviously I do work as an operational manager within Norfolk and Suffolk Foundation Trust, and where applicable, I will step back from those meetings and ask for a substitution, unless it's where I'm vice chairing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anybody else? Okay, most unusual. The next item is item 6, which is updates from the chair. Being newly elected, I have no updates for this meeting. Item 7 is for link member arrangements, and that is to review our current arrangements, which you will find on page 35 of your agenda. Quickly scrolling. Okay, so the current link member arrangements we have our the chair take. You can do, Becky. That would be lovely. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning, members. The report that you've got before you, item 7 on page 35, is asking members to consider the future of the committee's linked member arrangements. These roles have developed locally over a number of years, and it's to help members maintain awareness of developments across NHS organisations and build relationships within the health system. The report proposes a short review to consider whether the arrangements remain fit for purpose and aligned with the committee's scrutiny role, with findings and recommendations brought back to the next meeting. The action required is on page 35, but I'm happy to answer any questions that members may have about the report. Thank you, Chair.
Do we have no questions? No? Councillor Holiday.
As an existing link member, I think it's a good idea, actually, to define the roles and if they're still important. Thank you.
Okay, marvellous. Do we have any other comments on this item? Yes, Councillor McConnell.
Sorry. Thank you, Chair. As an existing link member for the James Paget Hospital, that's been very enjoyable and useful. But again, I would like a bit more clarification around what the role might be and how it can be enhanced, perhaps.
Yes, Councillor Divapalli.
Thank you, Chair. I should have declared, I suppose, I've just been appointed governor of the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. So I'm currently the named member of the QEH. So with this new appointment, I think it'd be quite handy if you wanted me to stay in this link role. But again, it would be good to know, what this committee expects from that role. Thank you.
Okay, marvellous. Anybody else wishing to speak on this item? No? Okay, so turning to the recommendation, the committee is asked to establish a task and finish group to review and evaluate link member arrangements, including their purpose, operation and alignment with the committee's role, and to report back to the next committee meeting with the findings, options and recommendations. Are the committee happy to agree the recommendation? Show of hands, please. Unanimous. Thank you very much. Okay, so now on to item 8, the forward work programme, which is the last item on today's agenda. I'll now hand over to our Officer Becky Tighe to briefly introduce this report.
Thank you, Chair. This report provides members with the opportunity to consider the issues you wish to focus on for the coming year and to ensure the work is targeted towards matters of greatest importance to local residents and health services. Just want to draw members' attention to the request from the Norfolk County Council Adult Social Care and Public Health Select Committee meeting, which met last Wednesday. That committee has requested that Health Overview Select Committee prioritises its scrutiny of dentistry when it looks at its forward work programme, which is currently on your forward work programme for the November meeting. In addition, just to raise that at the meeting on the 10th of July, so last Friday, the Norfolk County Council Children, Families and Community Select Committee resolved to ask this committee to consider the health elements of the SEND reform as part of their work programme. The report sets out the work programme which was agreed at the last meeting. Members, you will have the opportunity to consider additional topics and the ones included in the current work programme at the work planning session that is scheduled to be held after this meeting. And I would suggest that those additional elements are reviewed through that process. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, marvellous. So just looking at the first recommendation from the public health aspect, looking at the scrutiny of dentistry, would it be possible for this committee to also have information on what the public health team are doing for dentistry for us to be able to review that properly?
Yeah, so Just for context, the reason the committee were discussing it last week at the Adult Social Care and Public Health Select Committee was because that committee received a paper on the oral health strategic framework of the public health team, which they're looking to roll out by December, if not beginning of 2027. And it was from that conversation that obviously it went into dentistry, which is an NHS function. What I'm happy to do, Chair, is to send members a link to that report and the subsequent minutes.
Fantastic. Do we have any questions on the forward work programme at this point? Gosh, I probably should put my glasses on. Councillor Champion.
Thank you. Sorry, and good morning, everybody. I'm Gary. I just wanted to ask about the speech and I've lost it now. The speech and hearing forward plan. Is when would we find out about when we would hear from that task and finish group?
Thank you, Councillor Champion. Yeah, the speech and language therapy task and finish group was going to be set up during the period that we were in. We didn't have I'll start again. We weren't scheduled a meeting in May, but we also weren't scheduled to have elections at the point when that task and finish group was set up. So it made sense to actually use that timing to hold the task and finish group with the resources that we've got. As you'll all be aware, we then had the elections in May. So the task and finish group has yet to be convened. My suggestion to you all would be that you've just agreed that very short task and finish group to discuss link member appointments. On the conclusion of that, we look to immediately set up that task and finish group on speech and language therapy, and in conjunction with the chair, work out an appropriate meeting to report back on that. So it's very definitely in the pipeline. It's just to be rescheduled and to be agreed. But I hope that helps.
I think that's a great opportunity for the committee to have something to get their teeth into as well, which they're not inheriting from previous members. Do we have any other questions on this item? No? Okay. So turning to the recommendations, which we'll take individually. Becky, is there a third recommendation then from the Children's Select Committee? Because there's two in the agenda pack.
What we can agree forward a third recommendation, or alternatively, I've just brought a verbal update to the committee which we can feed into that work programming session, so you don't need to pass a recommendation. I'll ensure that's flagged up in the work programming.
Thank you, Becky. Okay, so we'll take the recommendations individually. The committee is asked under recommendation 1 to note the request from the Adult Social Care and Public Health Select Committee meeting held on the 8th of July 2026 regarding the scrutiny of dentistry in Norfolk. Are the committee happy to agree the recommendation? Yep. Unanimous, thank you. And then the second recommendation is to agree an initial forward work programme for the Select Committee with further developments take place at a work planning session immediately following this meeting. Are we happy to agree that? Yep. Marvellous, thank you. Wow. That's probably the speediest business that we've done. Okay, so that ends our business in this meeting. So I would like to remind the committee that we have a briefing and forward work programming session after this meeting, and I'd like to propose we take a 10-minute break and then reconvene in the Margaret English room. So thank you for your time today, and the next meeting of the Health Overview Select Committee will be held on the 17th of September.